Hello, beautiful yogis. Thank you for joining my practice today, and I'm very happy to welcome you on your yoga mat. Today, you are up for a very sweet, and gentle yoga practice. We take things very slow because today our purpose is to create space. It's to release any stress, any tension you might be feeling. Just taking 40 minutes for yourself. You can do this practice actually anytime. You can do it first thing in the morning when you want to start your day feeling all relaxed, when you have a bit of time to create space in the body and in the mind. You can take this practice at lunchtime. You can take this practice anytime you feel a little bit overwhelmed. You don't even need to have any previous practice. If you're an absolutely beginner, you can absolutely be on your mat and join us today. So let's start. Hop on some comfortable clothes, unroll your mat, and let's do this. All right, let's get settled in. You can come to a comfortable seated position with either your legs crossed, your ankle crossed, or you can bring them parallel to one another. You can grab your bum, remove it towards the back so you have a nice anchor through the sit bones. Grow yourself tall, relax the shoulders, let your arms be heavy on the laps. You can have your palm facing down for more grounding, or your palm facing up to be a little bit more uplifted. And then you can softly close your eyes. And as you close the eyes, you turn your attention inward. Bring your awareness to your body, your awareness to the breath, and to the space around you. Take a moment to notice how you're feeling right here, right now. Take a moment to observe body sensations. And welcome everything as it is, right here and right now. Welcome all the sensations as they come, without any judgment. With a lot of acceptance. And then notice your breath. Notice the quality of the breath, and notice how it is feeling to be breathing right here and right now. Notice how the breath feels without changing anything. Let it be soft, easy, and effortless. And take a moment to relax the entire body. Relax your face, soften your face. Relax your shoulders, your back. Relax the chest and the belly. Release the glutes and relax the buttocks. Relax your legs, your feet. And if you notice any area of tightness, any area of discomfort, you can send your breath towards these areas and visualize them softening and loosening. Now take a deep breath through the nose and exhale. Exhale through the mouth. 2 more. Inhale through the nose. Feel the air coming in the nostrils to the lungs, the abdomen. Maybe hold it. And then exhale through the mouth. And when you exhale, you let something go. One more time. A deep inhale through the nose. And exhale, you can release any stress, tension, negative emotion, negative feelings. And come back to natural and simple breath, easy and effortless. Now place your hands in the prayer position in front of your heart. Rub the hands together, bring the energies together to create some heat. Then cup the hands in front of the eyes and feel the energy here, feel some vibrations. And blink your eyes open, spread the fingers, and release. Alright, my friends, good. So let me just turn this way. Now interlace the hands in front of you and revolve the palms. Remember to keep the shoulders down, creating a lot of space in the neck, so between the lobe of the ears and the top of the shoulders. Now as you inhale, lift the arms above the head. Maybe find a gentle arch in the lower back. Open the chest. And now as we exhale, we lower the arms halfway up. So you round the upper back, you push the hands forward, imagining a cat. Inhale, find your cow, seated cow. Arch the back, open the chest, maybe the biceps behind the ears. And as you exhale, press the hands forward, round the upper back, gaze towards the belly button to the spine. One more time. Inhale, open, create space, maybe look up, open the chest. And as you exhale, push the hands forward, rounding the upper back, nearer to the spine. Inhale, back to neutral, arms up. And as you exhale, bring the fingers to the floor, taking your time. Good. Now, place your hands in front of your heart, but here, let's lift the elbows. And now press your hands against one another. So you should feel that in the shoulders, in the pecs. You really want to press firmly the hands together, but keep a soft face, keep a soft forehead. And now from here we will gently twist. So we inhale in the center, and as we exhale, we gently twist to the right. Keep pressing the hands together, and maybe gaze over your right shoulder. As you inhale, slowly come back to the center. And as you exhale, twist to the left. Maybe you can gaze over the left shoulder, maybe not. Inhale, center, one more time. Exhale, twist to the right. We twist from the bottom of the spine, from the navel. Inhale, back to the center. And as you exhale, to the left. Inhale to the center. And as you exhale, release the hands on each side of the hips. And lightly bring the fingertips on the floor. Now, as you inhale, bring the left ear towards the left shoulder. And notice the sensations here on the left side of the neck. Maybe you want to close the eyes. And you can gently press the left fingertips on the floor. Now, if you want a deeper stretch, you can bring the right hand and place it on the left side of the head and gently bring a little bit more weight here. And maybe pushing the head towards the shoulder. You don't have to do it. If the stretch is enough, you can keep the right hand on the floor. Now slowly release, bring the head back to the center, right fingertips on the floor. And then slowly draw the left ear towards the left shoulder. Feel a good stretch on the right side of the neck. And you gently here press the right fingertips on the floor, but gently. Now stay here if this is enough, or if you want a deeper stretch, the left hand come on the right side of the head, and you gently draw the ear a little closer to the shoulder. So it's the ear that goes towards the shoulders and not the shoulder to the ear. And then you can slowly release. Good, very nice. All right, now you can come onto all fours. And we'll find a little bit of movement onto all fours. So just to check the alignment, make sure that your wrists are underneath the shoulders, the knees under the hips, and the feet disappear behind the knees. And let's just take here a little bit of freestyle movement. moving the hips back, maybe you want to make like the figure 8 with your hips, shoulders to the front. And find a little bit of freestyle movement here. You can close your eyes to do this. Moving the hips back and forth. Maybe find a bit of movement in the shoulders. And then you can change direction. Just taking anything that makes you feel good, anything that the body might like, give it. And back to the center. Alright, and now let's take a few rounds of cat-cows here, right? So open the fingers wide, make sure you have the right alignment, wrists, shoulders, knees, hips. And now as you inhale, very slowly drop the belly, open the chest, arch the lower back, and look up and feel the space created in the collarbones. As you exhale, you press on the hands, you round the upper back, you tuck the chin, the tailbone, the navel, and you find your core. Really press firmly on the hands. 2 more. As you inhale, lower back arch, chest open, look up or look forward if the neck doesn't allow. And as you exhale, you round. Imagine an angry cat, a big back. You want to send the heart towards the ceiling. 1 more time. Inhale, find your cat. Create space in the front of the body, look up. And as you exhale, feel the shoulder blades drawing away from each other, creating space in the upper back. And come back to the center. Good. Now, if you want to create a little bit of heat in the belly, you know, like the core is really good to activate the core for self-confidence, for trust in yourself. It's really like the essence. Well, that's why we call it the core, right? The core of ourselves. Now, tuck the toes, press on the hands, and hover the knees off the floor. Gaze between the thumb and find a deeper breath. Engage the belly, bring the navel to the spine, keep pressing on the hands. We'll stay here for 3. You can drop the knees on the floor if this is a bit too challenging today. 2, deep breath. And release. Good, very nice. Now from here you can join the big toes, open the knees as wide as the mat, and we'll find an extended child's pose, but first sit on your heels and walk your hands forward. Now you want to press the forehead, you want to press the third eye onto the mat. If the forehead doesn't join, maybe you can bend the elbows and you can bring the forehead on top of the hands. And if that doesn't work, you can make a fist with your hands. And so you can bring the floor a little higher, or maybe you have a pillow or something. So either you use the hands or maybe the forehead reaches the floor. The arms are active, you want to bring the arms forward. And find deep breath here. Fingertips reach for the front of the mat. As you inhale, the belly expands between the thighs. And as you exhale, you draw the belly back to the spine. Connect to the sensations in the body. Connect to the breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Now take a big breath in, and as you exhale, if you have the arms bent, bring your arms forward. And then everyone can take a big inhale. And as we exhale, we bring the hands and the torso towards the right. So the torso comes on top of the right thigh. And you can here, again, drop the forehead on the floor. Or maybe bend the elbows. And if you want a deeper stretch, you can bring the left hand on top of the right. Drop the shoulders, make sure you don't lift the shoulders. And here as you breathe, you feel the whole of the left side opening and stretching. creating space in the rib cage, connecting to the sensations. Now slowly walk back to the center. Pause here. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, you walk to the left, torso on top of the left thigh. Maybe you bend the elbows if you want to. And here you can bring the right hand on top of the left for a deeper stretch. Make sure you don't lift the shoulders. And as you breathe, you feel the space being created on the whole of the right side. One more full cycle of breath here. And then walk your hands back to the center. And then slowly come back into an all-four position. Alright, good. Now from your all-four position, taking your time, you can tuck the toes. You can bring the hands slightly towards the knees, and you can come onto the balls of your feet. So from here we go to a ragdoll pose. So we come to standing but with the head down. So fingertips on the floor. Now gently press on the fingertips, start to straighten the legs and plant your heels on the floor. Separate your feet about hips distance apart. Keep your knees bent generously. Bring the weight towards the toes, maybe grab opposite elbows and find your ragdoll. So the upper body is really soft. Make sure you can shake your head, yes and no. You can sway from side to side. You can find a bit of a bounce. The brain loves to be below the heart. It's a perfect pose to release any stress, any tension. Maybe shift a bit of perspective, having the head upside down. Now if you are in a moving position, you can come to stillness, release the elbows, bend the knees a lot, press on the feet and slowly start to unroll the spine vertebra by vertebra so you can come to standing very slowly and mindfully. And as you come to standing, the arms travel all the way to the sky. Take a big breath in as you stretch up, and as you exhale, bring your hands to your heart and release. Alright, good. I am at the far end of my mat. If it's the case for you, come forward. Good. And let's find a mountain pose. Let's ground ourselves for a moment. So you can start by maybe close your eyes and bring your big toes to touch and separate your heels. Your arms are by your side with the palms slightly facing forward. And now distribute the weight of the body equally on each four corners of your feet. Find a center of gravity. Maybe lift slightly the inner arches of the feet. Gently lift your kneecaps so you engage your quads. You bring your pelvis forward and you lengthen the tailbone towards the earth. Draw the navel lightly towards the spine. Chest is open, shoulders are rolled back. Chin parallel to the floor. And crown of the head reaching for the ceiling. You breathe the energy through the feet from the earth all the way to the top, to the crown of the head. Feel yourself grounded and feel your head light. Now bring your hands in front of your heart in a prayer position and gently bring your eyes open. We'll take half Sun Salutations just to keep creating space, moving in a very slow fashion, being aware of every single of our movement. Now as you inhale, lift the arms above the head and look up. As you exhale, you hinge from the hip with a flat back, you fall forward all the way down. Bend the knees, relax the head completely. And bring the weight towards the toes, belly button to the spine. Now as you inhale, press the hands against the shins, lift halfway up. Gentle squeeze of the shoulder blades to open the collarbones and look down. And you gently draw the navel to the spine. Crown of the head reaches forward. Here again, inhale. Exhale, fall forward, bending the knees as much as you need to. Now press on the feet, circle the arms around. Inhale all the way to the top. Look up towards the hands. And exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, lift the arms above the head, stretch up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, Uttanasana, fall forward, slow motion, relax the head, bend the knees as much as you need to. Inhale, halfway up, press on the shins, open the chest, look down. And as you exhale, fall forward, slow motion. Press on the feet, inhale, rise all the way to the top, stretch up. And exhale, hands to the heart. And we do one more of these. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward, bend from the hips, relax the head. Maybe your legs are a little bit more straight now. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale, fold and release completely. Press on the feet, inhale, rise all the way to the top. And as you exhale, hands to the heart and release your arms down. Very good. All right. So we want to move slow here, you know, like a wave. We don't want to rush anything. Bring your hands to your heart. One more time, but then we move on. Inhale all the way to the top. And as you exhale, fall forward, relax the head. Inhale, halfway up. And now as you exhale, bring the hands on the floor. Bring the right foot back and the left foot back and find your high plank. You got this. Fingers are widely open, press on the hands, lift the shoulders. Now inhale here. And as you exhale, find your downward dog. So you want to lift the hips up, bring them back. Press on the hands, maybe walk your dog here. Move the feet, bend the knees, find any movement that feel good, feel natural. Anything that you want to do here. Maybe shift the hip from side to side, shake the head, yes and no. And then come back to stillness. Now look forward. Now you might need to do that in several steps, but it's all right. So you look forward and you bring your right foot outside of the right hand. And maybe you wanna slide the the left foot towards the back of the mat. And here gently bring your left knee on the floor and flatten the top of the left foot. Both your arms are straight, but you don't want to lock the elbows. You press your hips down and forward. And you find yourself in this variation of a lizard pose here. Maybe you want to find a little bit of movement, swaying from side to side, feeling a nice opening in the hips, the front of the right thigh stretching. Now lean on the left hand, and as you inhale, twist open to the right, spread the right fingertips, relax the shoulders, they are stacked. Gaze up towards the ceiling. Keep breathing deeply. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, release the right hand to the floor. Tuck the toes of the left foot, lift the left knee off the floor, and find your high plank again. Inhale, and as you exhale, lift the hips and find your downward dog. And again here, if you want to be moving in your downward dog, by all means, find a bit of movement. Listen to what the body wants, listen to the edges, listen to your breath. And then if you are moving, you can come to stillness. You can look forward. And maybe in several steps, maybe in one step, you can bring your left foot outside of the left hand. Slide the right foot back and bring the right knee on the floor on the mat and flatten the top of the right foot. Your hands are right underneath the shoulders, and here again, maybe you can find a bit of movement swaying from side to side. Feeling the hips opening, a nice stretch in the groins, the front of the right thigh. You know that stress is stored in the hips. It's where we have the stress, the negative emotions, so it's a really good thing to open them and visualize the stress releasing. Now come to stillness, lean on the right hand, and as you inhale, open to the left, spread the fingers wide. Shoulders are stacked, look up. Gentle twist here. Now take a big breath in, and as you exhale, release the left hand on the floor. Tuck the toes of the right foot, lift the right knee off the floor, and again find your high plank. And maybe you want to hold this high plank a little bit more, shifting the weight forward and back. You can also do that on your knees. The knees are always an option. Now come to stillness, inhale, and as you exhale, let's find downward dog again. Maybe you want to be in a still downward dog here. Pressing the chest towards the thigh, releasing the head completely. Make sure the neck is free. Shoulders externally rotated. And you press your hips back. Stretching the spine long. Now take a big inhale. And as you exhale, drop the knees to the floor. Come back onto all fours. Now cross your ankles. Bring your hips back towards the heels and shift your legs forward. And we are back into our seated position. Alright. Extend the legs forward. We'll find your Dandasana, seated staff pose. But we don't want to be here. You want to lift yourself up. You want to elongate. So bring your hands on each side of your hips with the fingers pointing forwards. And roll the toes towards you so you have the heels slightly lifted. It's a very tiny movement. And now gently press on the hands. And you see here, by pressing on my hands, my chest bumps forward. Chest open, shoulders back. Soft gaze forward. Dandasana, seated staff pose. And yeah. And breathe here. Crown of the head reaching for the ceiling. Feel the anchor through the sit bones. Take a big breath here. And as you exhale, relax. Good. Now bend your knees. So you have the heels on the floor and you have your knees bent. And now we always lead with the heart. Leading with the heart, lean forward. And bring your hands maybe behind the heels. Maybe you want to put them flat on the floor. And maybe you can slide the heels a little bit more forward. See what you can do, but the idea is to keep the chest glued to the thighs. And relax the head. Drop the head. And now see if you can move the heels a little bit more forward. But when you feel that the chest has lost complete contact with the thigh, it means you've gone too far. So see what the body allows here. If you're really flexible, maybe you can grab your heels, straighten the legs all the way forward. And every time you inhale, wherever you are, when you inhale, you raise your crown of the head forward. And when you exhale, you can go a little deeper. So maybe with every exhale, you can move the heels forward 1 or 2 millimeters. Inhaling, crown of the head reaching forward towards the toes. And as you exhale, you can go a little deeper. We stay here for a few breaths. Every time we fall forward, it's also great poses to release stress, anxiety. Stay present with the sensations. Feel the back of the leg stretching, maybe the lower back or so. And then slowly roll back. Back to your seated position with the torso up straight. Alright, so you remember what we've done in the very beginning of class with our legs crossed with our hands in front of the heart. We'll do the same thing with our legs forward. So again, activate the feet. Maybe you want to separate them a little bit. See what's comfortable for you. Hands in front of the chest. Press the hands together so you lift the elbows, so really lift the chest. Now, remember we twist from the bottom of the spine, so we twist from the navel actually. As you inhale, twist to the right. It's a very tiny and gentle movement. Inhale back to the center. And as you exhale, you twist to the left. Inhale back to the center. One more time. Exhale, twist to the right. The whole of the torso, maybe you can look over the right shoulder. Inhale back to the center. And as you exhale, twist to the left. And maybe you can gaze over the left shoulder. Inhale back to the center. And release. Very good, my friends. Now let's go on our back for a few final things to do. So bring the feet flat on the floor, knees are bent, extend the arms forward. With the palms slightly turned upward. Now tuck the chin and slowly start to unroll your spine. Vertebra by vertebra with control until you get on the floor. And once you're on the floor, you can straighten the legs forward and take a deep stretch. Arms back, toes pointing forward, big breath in, and exhale. Good. Now bend the knees. We'll take a very slow three slow rolling bridges. So normally I would tell you that you should be able to touch the heels with the fingertips, but don't put too much effort here. Bring the heels close to the bum, but don't worry if you can't really reach with your fingertips. Now make sure the spine is straight. Make sure like your back is flat on the floor. And imagine you have a yoga block between the thighs. So you energetically squeeze the thighs together, but the knees and the thigh don't touch, right? The feet are about hips distance apart. Now inhale. And as you exhale, press on the feet. Lift the bum, lift the hips towards the sky, chin away from the chest, and you inhale back. 2 more. Exhale, press on the feet, lift the hips up to the ceiling, chest away from the chin away from the chest, and inhale back in. One last time, feel like a wave as you exhale. Press on the feet, lift the hips, and slowly roll the spine back on the floor. And bring your knees to your chest. Give yourself a big warm up. Wrap your arms around the shins. Maybe roll on the side from side to side. And if you fall on one side, it's all right. Good. Now release the right leg to the floor. So you have options. You can maybe you would just want to bring the right foot on the floor, or maybe you want to extend the right leg. See what you want to do here. You have the option. If you have the foot on the floor, ground the foot on the floor. And if you have the leg extended, activate the right foot. All right? Good. Now bring the left arm, inside of the left knee and grab your big toe. And now find a half happy baby pose. So you want to move the knee out. The foot is parallel to the floor, and you gently pull on the big toe. So you make a toe lock with the 3 first fingers, and you bring the navel to the spine. Remember, if the knee is bent, you want to glue the right foot on the floor. Otherwise, if the leg is lengthened, you activate the foot. And you gently draw the left knee to the floor. One more full cycle of breath. Now slowly release. Bring the left knee into the chest. Draw the right knee into the chest. And now extend the left leg or bring the left foot on the floor. Find your variation. Right hand, right arm inside of the right knee. Grab the big toe with your peace fingers. Move the right knee to the side and find your happy baby pose. Well, your half happy baby pose. So the foot is parallel to the floor. The foot is parallel to the floor. The thigh is also parallel to the floor, and the shin is perpendicular to the floor. And by pulling on the toe, you gently bring the knee towards the floor. You should feel that in your hip flexors. One more full breath. Then bring the right knee into the chest and the left knee into the chest. Good. And again, give yourself a big warm hug, wrapping your arms around the shins. Now plant the feet on the floor. So now your knees, contrary to bridge pose, now your knees and your thighs are together and your feet are together. And cactus your arms. So you bend the elbows 90 degrees with the fingers reaching for the back of the mat. And now gently bring your hips towards the right, about like a few centimeters only. And then draw the knees to the left. And bring your gaze to the right. Slowly twisting here. So the whole of the right side is completely lifted off the floor and you lean on the left side. And as we are twisting, you want to take deep belly breath in. You can close your eyes, really tune into the sensations. Now bring your knees back to the center. Good. And now bring your hips again back to the center. Now bring your knees to the left, your hips to the left, but just a few centimeters, so you have space to move your knees to the right. And then you send your gaze to the opposite side, so we have a full spinal twist. You can close your eyes and take deep breath. Now bring your knees back to the center, move your hips back as well. Last time, knees towards the chest, wrap your arms around your shins, but now lift yourself up. So you want to lift the upper back and the shoulders, lift the lower back. Maybe here you can make a cross with your wrist. The right hand grabs the left foot, the outside of the left foot. The left hand grabs the outside of the right foot. And you really squeeze yourself into a little ball. And here you can frown the forehead, you can clench the jaw, squeeze the shoulders to the ears. Create tension. Create a lot of tension here. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Now take a big breath in. And as you exhale, you can release in Savasana. Just a few minutes in Savasana. It might be tempted to skip it, but I really urge you to remain here for at least a minute or two for final relaxation pose. So flip the palms open to the ceiling, arms about 30, 40, 50 centimeters away from the body. Open the legs as wide as you want and let the feet fall to the side. Make sure that you're fully comfortable on the floor. Make sure that you're not all crooked and well aligned. You can start by taking a deep breath in through the nose. And a big open mouth exhale. And now you can let go. You can let go and you can surrender to gravity. Let your body be fully relaxed and heavy on the floor. Give your body the time to integrate the benefit of your yoga practice. But not just the body, the mind as well. Give yourself permission to enjoy the next few minutes fully relaxed. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. There is nothing to do right this moment and nowhere to be but here and now, present with your breath. Let go of any worries, let go of any to-do lists. And stay fully present, fully aware of your breath. Inhaling and exhaling softly on your yoga mat. And you can stay in Savasana for as long as you want, for as long as you need to. And you can come out of it by gently moving your fingers and your toes. Moving the head from left to right. Extend the arms behind the head and take one final deep stretch from the toes to the fingertips. And then slowly bring your knees to your chest. Roll onto the side. And gently come to a seated position with your legs crossed, your eyes closed for just a few more moments. Letting the flow of the breath go back to a vertical position. You can place your hands in front of your heart. Take a moment here to thank yourself for making the time to be on your yoga mat, to take care of your body and your mind, to do this practice to release any stress, any tension that you might be feeling today. And know that you can always tap into this sense of relaxation, that it is always available for you. You can gently bow the head forward, softly blink the eyes open, and lift the chin again. Namaste, beautiful yogis. Thank you for joining this practice. I really hope it did you some good. So you can come back to it whenever you feel like it, and you can share it away with people who might need a little bit of yoga in their lives and who might need to release, whatever is going on in our life. I wish you a beautiful day, beautiful evening, whenever you're taking this practice, and I will see you next time. Bye.